Are you serious?
Hello, welcome to another episode of How to Kill an Hour. I'm Marcus Bronzy.
I'm Sean.
And this is episode 69.
Easy.
Hey, come on. Come on. Yeah, man, this is a show where Sean and we scour the internet looking for funny things, jokes. We tell them to each other. We kill time playing some games and watching TV and some other bits, which we'll talk about as well. And we also like to talk to our lovely audience who is talking to us quite a lot as well. We've had some nice shouts come in. I want to say shout out to Sunny as well, saying, Marcus and Sean, your jokes are getting cornier, but you're still funny. Well, bro, this is episode 69, like I said. And I think every time you say...
a backhanded compliment.
Isn't it?
We like that, Sonny.
It's great, it's great. Any 69 puns off the top, Sean?
Oh, no. Okay. Dinner for two, what?
Hey! Hey, 68 and I'll owe you one. Hey!
Oh, that's the level of maturity you're going to get from the show. Just put it out there.
Or you can eat Buffy.
We've got another shout out from Neris.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a long one. Hey guys, thanks for the shout out. Been catching up on the YouTube channel and I love what you do. I'm from South Africa.
Big up South Africa.
Yeah, I may have heard of us. We have. We've won like 4 Rugby World Cups and have a UFC World Champ too.
Oh, is it? Yeah, you just threw the brag in there, Neris. Cheers.
And in brackets, oh no, I'm not here to start trouble. We like a bit of trouble. So
yeah, why not?
This might sound like an odd thing to say because of the language and adult humour, but you guys are quite wholesome. Like, have you been watching the same show? I'm not sure if you've been described as wholesome previously or ever.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Like, it's good vibes. You're not full of yourselves and you're not angry, shouty podcasters. I like your spirit. You're having a laugh, sharing interesting stories and putting some thought-provoking ideas out there. It's really lovely. We're probably around the same age, born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s, right?
Okay.
So I get the references you make. The Queen's nose.
Oi.
Yeah. That made its way to us too. Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher. Yep.
Superman?
Yep.
Yeah. That's your Superman, isn't it? Is that what you said? That's my Superman.
That's your Superman.
Yeah.
Also, do you remember? Yes, sir, Dean Cain, sir. If anyone knows that, everyone knows that reference.
Yes.
Terry Hatcher. Yep. That's who I visualize when someone talks about Superman and Lois Lane. Yes, Neris.
Okay, Neris.
Yes,
right.
yeah. Don't agree with Marcus over here. Who's your one again?
I think I said Henry Cavill's my favourite Superman.
I don't know, man. We have to edit that out or some shit. The combos you have are kind of like the combos that I have with my brother and friends. And that is kind of because you're my friend and brother. So...
Oh,
that's where it comes from.
Yeah,
that's like the nicest thing I've ever said.
Yeah, man.
Chill out.
To balance the books now, the episode, I can only dread what you're going to say. Pussy old prickhead. Fucking arsehole.
I'm still trying to figure out why our generation hasn't really grown up. We have jobs, careers, responsibilities, but there's still that inner child that likes to play around and be a bit goofy. That is very, very true.
Sean and I are the kind of guys that, we would be in a very respectable venue sipping on a cocktail. You may be having something. What's that one that you like? The Brazilian one? Was it a South American one that you liked?
I mean, I do like a mojito.
Yeah, Caipirinha.
Caipirinha,
yeah. And I might be sipping like a martini, vodka, real talk, in an established venue. And I'm just saying, one of our friend group might get hit with a coaster. Out of nowhere.
I'm not gonna lie, every time you would think, oh, it looks like a group of adults, we will purposely lower the tone so you're like, they're born in the 80s.
Yeah.
Riff-raff, innit?
A lot of the time we left venues, it's like, nice of you to leave. I mean, nice to see you. Anyway, sorry, you're doing our shout out.
Babe said, anyway, I feel good when I listen to you guys, and in this world where there is so much that is so bad, please know that you're doing something good. Keep it up. Yeah, that's what she said.
Hey, there we go. Yeah.
Loving the energy. Peace and love, Neris. It's pronounced like it rhymes with Ferris.
Oh, so you did it right.
Neris.
Yeah, Neris.
Neris. That was shout out, Neris. That was a lovely message.
It was a lovely message. Appreciate you. Yeah. So now we've got all that pressure mounted on us. Sean, we better crack on.
But at least people know that they're not expecting us to suddenly be grown-ups or adults. Because that is a trap at the end of the day, right?
Whenever one of us starts doing something really adulty, like paying bills,
we just apologise. Yeah, we just call that the other one. Bro, I've got to let you know. Yeah, I paid my bill on time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, man. I did ironing and laundry on a Saturday night. We're like, what?
You got to do something mega goofy after that, innit? Just to
yeah.
balance the books.
Do you think we'll ever stop being goofy? Because apparently we were meant to grow out of it, but I can see us laughing at the same stuff that we did at high school, Sean. Science lessons at school were absolute pandemonium. Yeah.
Also, goofy has a little bit of a slight in like on road. Goofy's got a slightly different meaning to like. You like goofing about, innit?
Yeah.
You're like, this brother's hella goofy, innit?
Yeah, goofy, that's kind of goofy and booky. Yeah, but yeah, man, I don't think.
No,
we'll
I'm
change.
gonna go with no. Also, do you think that you'll ever? Do you think like you'll be like 60 and be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna play a bit of this video game?
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
You don't.
There's a squad of COD players that are all like over 60 and they're absolutely amazing. I think because some of the games are getting really real as well. There's like veteran snipers.
I've seen some of the old veterans. Sometimes some of them get a little bit too excited with some headshots. So you're like,
yeah, man,
chill out, bro.
Yeah, man.
But it is
absolute machines. But yeah, man, I think I'll always be goofing around, man. I think it's part of me now, innit? Like, if
I want to be playing like, I was about to say FIFA, EA Sports 62 or something.
It might be Microsoft Football by then. Microsoft might buy it. Microsoft Football buys it and we just crack
Microsoft Football.
32. That's what we've been playing. 32. Listen, you're talking to two guys that used to play ISS.
ISS,
back in the day, man.
But the first football game I ever had was Sensible Soccer on the original Nintendo. And I shout out if you ever played that game. What a game, right? So it's top view.
Yeah, that was it.
And what happens is when you kick it and the ball goes in the air, the ball just gets bigger in it. It just gets bigger.
Yeah.
And also, no, but it's the noises. It used to go, boo, boo, like that. Quality.
That was good.
Quality.
And one game that combined off a love of foolishness and football. I don't know how good it would be to play now, but was it Red Card?
Red Card. Oh,
Red
I
Card
forgot.
was a game where it was designed for you to literally do the funkiest. It was designed for us to just foul each other and smash each other up.
Okay, this is just reminding me of something, right? Very quickly. I was having a chat the other day and someone was asking me about like what sports I played in secondary, right?
Yeah.
And then I was going through them and I was like, everything apart from rugby, because like when I used to get the ball at rugby, anyone that I used to nutmeg during football would come for me. Yeah?
Yes.
So it was like a hot potato. I was trying to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I still remember the time, where I hit a home run, and I was doing my victory lap. I was doing my victory lap, probably celebrating prematurely, but the ball was gone, innit? I was there, I was thinking, oh yeah, and this idiot comes out of nowhere and slide tackles the shit out of me, and I was fucking airborne. I remember wiping out, and I will say this. I didn't take it in good spirits. I just turned around. I was like, "What you dickhead, bro?"
Oh man, yeah. And then, phew, I think I was getting revenge for when we were playing a similar game. I think it was some game that we played at school called German Long Ball. I think it's
Hastings, man,
yeah,
like
Mr. Hastings. Yeah, it was Bulldog, innit, or something like that. But it was his own remix of it because he was very proud of his German heritage, wasn't he? So he called it German Long Ball. And the one rule was you can't throw the ball anywhere. The thing is, below the shoulder, above the shoulders didn't count.
Yeah, above the shoulders.
And I swear to God, I think I was walking. And you spun around and laced a tennis ball, and it hit me right in my left eye. So maybe it was revenge for that. I can't believe we did that stuff. Right. If we did that to each other now, one of us would be in hospital each time round. Like, if I got like a tennis ball in the eye right now, I'd be in emergency services.
With my injury record,
yeah,
I would have broken like 3 legs. And
yeah. Hey. Right. Anyway, on that note, should we get on to our jokes
of the week?
A priest, a rabbi, and an atheist walk into a bar. The bartender points at a sign that says "No jokes served here," and asks them to leave. They head out without a word. The next day, a horse walks in. Same deal. The bartender points to the sign, and with a long face, the horse leaves. The following day, a chicken walks in. The bartender points to the sign and says, "Sorry, no jokes served here." The chicken's annoyed, but goes, "Fine, where can I get a drink?" The bartender replies, "There's a bar across the road."
I don't know which punchline's funnier.
The bra.
The bras are called.
There's a bar
There's a brass across the road.
There's a brass across the Oh, well, there you go. That's a nice little joke in a joke.
Okay. A man lost his wife in the supermarket. The man approached a very beautiful woman in the large supermarket and asked, "You know, I've lost my wife here in the supermarket. Do you mind talking to me for a couple of minutes?" The woman replied, "Why?" "Because every time I talk to a beautiful woman, my wife appears out of nowhere."
Smart, mate. Smart logic. Right. A man walks onto the campus of Yale University. He walks up to a student and asks, "Where's the bathroom at?" The student replies haughtily, "Here at Yale, we're taught not to end a sentence with a preposition." The man, realizing his terrible, unforgivable mistake, corrects himself. "I'm sorry. Where's the bathroom, arsehole?"
Haughtily.
Yeah. Is that right? Am I saying it wrong? Is it haughtily?
No. I know of the word, but I wouldn't actually be able to define it for you previously.
Is that what I was thinking?
Yeah. That's the.
Was that haughty? Can you do a haughty? What would a haughtily?
Haughtily.
A haughtily thing be?
Haughtily.
Haughtily. Yeah. What would it be?
I don't know. It just sounds a bit. It sounds like tough nosed.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it just reminds me of
Scary movie too.
Professor. I need to watch that again.
Yeah, Halloween's coming.
fun.
We could do a little session where we watch them. Why not?
Watch them.
Yeah, watch them.
Right. A wife arrived home after a long shopping trip and was horrified to find her husband in bed with a young, lovely thing. Just as she was about to storm out of the house, her husband stopped her with these words: "Before you leave, I want you to hear how this all came about. Driving home, I saw this young girl looking poor and tired. I offered her a ride. She was hungry, so I brought her home and I fed her some of the roast you'd forgotten about in the refrigerator. Her shoes were worn out, so I gave her a pair of your shoes you didn't want because they were out of style. She was cold, so I gave her that new birthday sweater you never wore even once because the colour didn't suit you. Her slacks were worn, so I gave her a pair of yours that you don't fit into anymore. Then, as she was about to leave the house, she paused and asked, 'Is there anything else that your wife doesn't use anymore?' And here we are."
I love that. That's a classic. Right. 3 men in a hotel in Soviet Russia. The first 2 men open a bottle of vodka while the third is tired and tries to go to bed. He's unable to sleep, however, as his increasingly drunk friends tell political jokes very loudly. After a while, the tired man gets frustrated and walks downstairs for a smoke. He stops in the lounge and asks the receptionist to bring tea to their room in 5 minutes. The man then walks back into the room, joins the table, leans over to the power outlet and speaks into it. "Comrade Major, we'd like some tea to room 62, please." His friends laugh at the joke until there's a knock at the door. The receptionist brings in a teapot. His friends fall silent and pale, horrified of what they've just witnessed. The party is dead and the man goes to sleep. After a good night's rest, the man wakes up and notices his friends are gone. Surprised, he walks downstairs and asks the receptionist where they went. The nervous receptionist whispers that the KGB came and took them before dawn. The man is horrified. He wonders why he was spared. "Well," says the receptionist, "Comrade Major quite liked your tea joke."
All right, got a couple of short ones now.
All right.
Hey, big up mate of mine, Sam, who gave me this one.
Big up,
All right.
Sam.
What do you get when you push a piano down a mine shaft?
I don't know. What do you get?
A flat minor. No. It's painful. I can see that.
The cogs are turning and I got there in the end. That is. And also A minor. So I thought, right, that's good. I've got some short ones as well.
Back to back. Come to this.
My wife asked if sex is a chore to her. "Not really," she replied. "Chores make me feel satisfied afterwards."
Savage. What do you call a Mexican that has his car stolen?
I don't know. What do you call him?
Carlos. So bad.
I like it. I don't know how I end up with weirdos for my first date. Like, for the most recent one, for example, I was at a fancy restaurant and everything was going so well. But right before we started eating, she out of the blue asked me to have sex with a short girl. To be exact, she said, bon appetit, so I had to leave.
It's so bad. It's good. I have not heard any derivative of that one before. Okay. Arguing with my husband, he told me that men are far better at multitasking than women. So I told him to sit down and shut up, and he just couldn't do either.
A young man who has never had a proper job finally gets one as a doorman at a nice hotel. On his first day, he arrives in uniform, all nervous and serious. He opens the door, greets some guests and visitors with a smile, closes the door behind them, and does that admirably all day long. In the afternoon, something weird happens. A single bathroom basin standing on a short support column with a hot water tap and a cold water tap and no apparent source of plumbing appears outside the door. Nervous, the new doorman approaches his manager. "What should I do?" he asks. "It's just standing there." The manager looks at him gravely, sternly in his eyes, but with a little bit of wisdom. In his voice, he says, "Young man, I know this is your first real job, and things may be a bit overwhelming for you, but some things, they're simpler than they seem." He nods towards the door. "You have a responsibility now. Let that sink in." I'm sorry, Sean.
I love it.
It's out of nowhere, but it's, oh man.
I was attempting to try and extrapolate to where that was going to come to. And that's not where I got it.
I love it when they're like that, innit? When they just ding ding come out of nowhere and swing you. That's a classic though. That's a classic.
That is. A son tells his father, "I have an imaginary girlfriend." The father sighs and says, "You know, you could do better." "Thanks, Dad," says the son. The father shakes his head and goes, "I was talking to your girlfriend."
That's a good one.
Legitimately, that is a conversation.
That's on Marcus. That's exactly what we like. Did you know that having too much sex can lead to memory loss? Do you know that?
I forgot.
Did you know that too much sex can lead to memory loss? I read that in Men's Sexual Health Magazine, Volume 6, Issue 17, page 71 on August the 24th, 2015 at 8:46 a.m. Sorry. It's a good one. I like it. It's a classic. And there you go. Have you got another one, Sean, for us?
Yeah, I've got one.
Okay.
One. Jesus was walking around heaven one day in a small secluded garden. Jesus walking around heaven one day. In a small secluded garden, he saw an old man crying. Alarmed, Jesus ran up to him and said, "Hey, now, what's all this? This is paradise. There should be no tears or sorrow." The old man wiped away his tears and said, "Oh, I know, I'm sorry, but, well, many years ago, a son came to me through, well, let's just say mysterious circumstances. After many trials, he went through a miraculous transformation and a book was written about him that became known the world over. I thought I would find him here, but I haven't. I'm afraid I'll never see him again. Why died?" Jesus looked at the man and said, Wait a minute. You weren't by any chance a carpenter, were you?" The man looked up in surprise. "Why, yes, I was." Jesus burst into tears of joy and held out his arms saying, "Father." The man cocked his head doubtfully and said, "Pinocchio?"
I love that joke.
I feel like
I love that
we've
joke.
done
We have.
some sort of rendition of that before, but
It's so nice. You got to do it twice. Anyway, right. So there you go. Those were our jokes
of the week.
I mean, Neris, the corny levels were high.
Yeah,
they were high.
Oh no,
man.
it was Sunny that said that. It was.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was
like
Sunny. Sorry, Neris, you gave us bare love. Time to step onto our part of the show. We talk about how we killed a bit of time. I've got loads of stuff to talk about.
Have
to dip
you?
in and out of Sean. How about
I'm
yourself?
so boring, you know.
Yeah,
I've just got no life, man.
okay. Nah, you have got a life, but you just haven't been up to much, no?
I haven't been up to anything
notes.
majorly exciting.
Okay, cool. You're doing that adulting thing then, aren't you? You're gonna have to sort that out.
Oh,
I'll say
sorry,
what.
sorry, no,
this is a
terrible.
little reach into our personal lives. We are currently in the process on WhatsApp of trying to plan a boys' trip.
We are.
Every year we get together. We've spoken about some of these boys on the pod before.
Our boys done the poll.
Our boys have done a poll.
He always does. He always
poll.
does the poll.
Yeah.
Got one friend who always does the poll.
I've not. Have you? I've not clicked on the poll yet. Have you?
Bro,
I read.
You do remember that I'm the worst person at ever responding to anything in any group.
Yeah.
Or just in general.
Just generally.
Just generally.
Yeah. So I realised that already there's a discrepancy because we spoke about some different dates. Then we've launched a new group for just the trip, which we bring back every year. And the date that I said I could do is not in the poll. So.
And then there was one that they were like, oh, after I've done this poll, I've also realised I can't do this date because it's Diwali.
So I'll just put in time that I can't be there. There might have to be a do-over. I don't think we're going to go overseas. I think we're going to stay in the UK. What do you reckon? Because I think it's so late.
We might have a bridging from abroad.
A visitor.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I mean, listen, if you guys want to get involved and let us know where it's good to go in the UK for a quick little like trip, like we like somewhere where there's a bit of stuff to do and maybe some scenery. Well, I'm thinking.
Wait, hold on a minute. When have we ever gone and looked at scenery?
We have, innit? Like, on
the way to
the pub.
What? on the way to whatever it is we're going to go and do. I don't feel like, yeah. I would say this, innit? Every now and again for about 3 minutes, we become cultured.
Yes.
And then we quickly shake it off and then, just carry on.
We did it last time. I think we saw some was it like an old church grounds or something like that? And we walked, there was some like nice building and we all stepped in for like 5 minutes. And
where was that?
Yeah, I can't remember.
No, that was in Romania.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
We're like,
because I couldn't be bothered and I stood up.
Did you? You were like, that's a bit much for me.
I was like, I'm not really.
I'll forget that.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we stepped in, just had a look for like 5 minutes. Like, this is nice. Pub.
Yeah.
Straight off for some beers. So yeah, Sean, kill a bit. Yeah, go on.
So no, I was going to say,
Yeah.
I haven't done anything really of this week, but I'm intrigued as to hear what you have been up to.
I got loads to tell you about, but Sean, I was just say, why don't we do something like Scotland or Ireland or something? That's close.
Yeah.
Ireland would be good.
Oh, we should go to Ireland.
Should we do Ireland? And if we end up, depending on when we go, if we end up going in December time, it's very Christmassy there,
Super warm as well.
Yeah, boiling hot. Right, so I've got an update for you at the end of our killer bits, but I'll get through these games. I played Astrobot. There's a new Astrobot game that came out on PlayStation, and I've realised that PlayStation have manoeuvred themselves into a position where they now have. This is the closest I think they have to their own like Mario. Do you know what I mean? Astrobot. Now it's a platformer game. You like jumping around, kind of like. Crash Bandicoot is also PlayStation, but yeah, like think booga. That as well. Yeah, so basic platformer game, but what's cool about it is it uses all of the, I don't know what you call it. What do you call it when you turn a control pad and it reacts to it? Like when I turn the control pad, you can see a 3D rendition of the control pad in the game as well.
Should know this.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
should really know.
Yeah, and all of the advanced vibrating it does. Do you know what I mean?
Motion sensors.
Motion sensors. Yeah. And the advanced vibrating and stuff like
haptic
feedback as well, and also like the onboard controller speaker.
What are you playing it on?
PS5. So it's come out new game PS5 Astrobot. It's basically just a fun all-round fun game to play, and it does get quite challenging, but it's kind of like it's really nice because every level you get to, every world you get to, I won't get into the story of the world, but every world you get to, there's like little add-ons and stuff. So you might have long arms, spring arms, you might be able to float or fly, and it's just a fun game. Plus you always, when you play, you collect old bits of PlayStation and stuff, so you kind of see old PlayStation memorabilia, loads of nostalgia. And like Astrobot is a kind of robot, but then there's other robots as well. There's like a Papa the Rapper looking robot, there's like a Metal Gear robot, there's all that kind of stuff. So just a fun game to play. So you can play around the family, pass the control pad over to other people. It's kind of fun.
It's a one player though, yeah?
One player game, yeah. Fun little game, if I'm honest. And it kind of shows what a PlayStation can do as well. Because I think there was a version of Astrobot, or was it Sackboy that came out? I think there was an Astrobot game that came out when the PS5 first dropped. And they're just fun. They're just fun, chill games to play. Another one to get into quickly is Funko Fusion. Do you know what Funkos are?
What are we talking about? The pop figures.
Yeah. Have I spoken about it already? Or did I speak?
You might have mentioned it to me, but also I remember because my a figure got made of my sister before when she did.
That's heavy.
Yeah, Shadow and Bone, isn't it?
That's sick. She got it, yeah?
I think so. She sent me a picture of when she went to a fan convention. She sent me a picture of one previously. Heavy. I was like, that's bad.
Super quick digression. I reckon the best place to put something like that, because if you have something like that, I'd be like upset if you don't put it in a braggadocious place. Now, this is, I think, yeah.
My sister's not very braggadocious.
I know, but
my sister's super.
Yeah, but you got to gas it sometimes, man. Come on, big show that she's on, isn't it? Like, I think it's Mo Gilligan, the comedian. I think he might have a picture of, or his BAFTA is in the loo downstairs at his house.
Oh, is it?
So when you go to the toilet, you turn around. If you sit down or whatever, if you stand up, I don't know where it is, but you have to see the BAFTA. I'd put the Funko somewhere like that. Do you know, like, I'd put it on top of the TV. And oh, do you know what that is? Yeah, that's me.
Oh,
I
must have just left it there earlier on the thing that I've hung up there. Yeah, sure.
Or put it in front of the TV so it's in the way. I'll just move that Funko with me out of the way. Sorry about it. It's always, it's that thing. It's got a mind of its own, just like me.
Oh, you want me to tell you a bit more about it?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't ask about it? No, let me...
Do you know what? Might as well just put it on Netflix and watch it. Do you know what I mean?
Might as well.
So Funko Fusion, the guys behind the Lego games. You ever played the Lego games?
I've played little bits of them, and what I did play of them were I think I played a little bit of Lego Batman and I think Harry Potter at one point or something like that.
They're just fun, innit? And they're really well put together. Basically, they've got some of the team behind them to work with the guys at Funko. So I think it's Telltale Games, I believe it is. I might be wrong. Allow me. TT Games, whatever. So yeah, they basically created a Funko game, and they're using loads of the IP from a lot of Warner Brothers stuff in there. So it was The Thing was a world in there, and I can't remember anything else. But basically, they've created an environment where you are playing through scenarios from games and do it. Now, it's a fun little game, but it's new, and I think they're trying to go up head to head with the Lego games. But the one thing that I've seen so far and what I've played in it, Funko Fusion, the one thing that I like, if they can fix this, it might be too late in the day, is there's no dialogue. The Lego games have really good dialogue. They'll take the script and tweak it a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you appreciate that. It's a bit like I don't know if you played like Witcher before, and you had like the bard. And like some of the dialogue was just great.
Yeah,
like going through it was super funny. Like.
Yeah, man. So it's a shame they didn't have it in there, but playing a bit of that. So the reason I don't remember the other stuff is I just played the Thing level, which was quite challenging. If I'm on one thing I will give it, massive game.
Okay,
like you could probably sink from me, like you could sink 40-50 hours into it, I reckon. You could.
Okay.
So
if we're still on video games, then I will jump in.
Yeah. Ding ding.
Because I played the new. I played quite a bit of the new EA Sports 25 FC.
Sean, you know how like old people.
I struggle to call it.
My dad would probably call everything Nintendo, innit?
Shall I just call
Are you playing Nintendo?
Bro, shall I just call it Pros?
Call it Pro.
Pros from back.
Pros, bro. Call it ISS. ISS. It's like how people say X or Twitter, but lots of people still say Twitter. They don't want to call it X. Yeah. Sean, you call it. Just call it FIFA, bro. Yeah, we get it. When Sean says FIFA, he means EA
Sports.
Is it 25?
FC 25.
25. What's it saying?
It's a good game. It's definitely very different. They have introduced. What they tried to do was they tried to introduce a little bit of Championship Manager into it, which I'm very much about because although from what I saw what I saw previously, I expected like a little bit more. So they were like, oh, you can, for instance, choose where your players are at corners. Okay, what it actually does is it gives you 3 positions, like front post, near post, target man, and you get to choose those 3 roles. So it's not like you can set everybody up where you would like them to. So
like a massive wall right in front of the where the corner's being taken. Like,
why not?
Yeah. Goalkeeper out of position on the halfway line.
Yeah, why not? You should be able to do that. There are some. Okay, so the things that I feel are a little bit annoying are they've done this new thing. So previously, you could have let's say you picked a 4-4-2. We'll go back. Oh, let's say 4-3-3. 4-3-3. You could then move any of the players slightly out of position, and you could change what their role was. So if you had someone as a right winger, you could like move them slightly, and you could change them to like a right attacking midfielder, and that would change their roles. And also, different players are better at playing at certain positions and certain roles. So this one, they've gone more in depth in it, and then you can choose you can actually choose roles now. The problem is that whatever the formation is that you pick, you can't now move someone from a right winger to a right attacking midfielder. Or into a right midfielder slot. You can't. That's it. So now if you have the whole team, but like you have a player who is actually world class at right wing, but at right midfield, they're playing out of position, that's going to massively affect you and you can't change it. So I felt it really annoying because I was playing with Spurs, being a Spurs fan.
Sorry about that.
Apologies to everybody. I had Heung-min Son playing left wing and the game's telling me he can't play here, he's out of position.
It just tells you no.
He can still play there, but it's going to massively affect his AI. So all the runs that he makes, the way that he interacts with the rest of the team, I'm like, but that's where he plays in real life.
I've seen.
So it's like, and so when I went to look at what positions they put him as, they put him as like, he's like world class as a like second striker. So I'm like, okay, he's played some football as a second striker, you know, but he plays out on the left wing 99% of the time. And therefore, like those bits where it seems like they were like trying to open it up, they've actually done the opposite.
That sounds like a bit of a big... I don't think a patch could fix that, you know.
I think it's kind of fundamental. I mean, what I can do is like if I wanted to play offline, I can then go into and edit Sonny's player and then I can actually change his position.
Yeah.
But I haven't done that, so I don't know. So for instance, you have a player, you can play, let's say you put him at right mid, it'll come up with an exclamation mark and be like, this player's roles have been simplified because he's playing out of position. And you're like, all right, cool. And then you move into a position that he actually plays in and you either have normal, you have a plus, or you have plus plus, and plus plus is like world class.
Yeah.
Not that many players have that. So from a tactical perspective, like, thumbs up a little bit, but then like there's other bits which I found a little bit annoying. I will also say, for whatever reason, FIFA have still not fixed the fact that, bruv, if we sat down here to play FIFA, and I've done my controls as first player, it is really difficult for you to join and play with different controls,
because we play the alternate controls, don't we? We play whatever the.
But it just keeps popping up, going, you need to sign in. You need to have another active profile to save your controller changes. So I was like, this is long. So what I had to do was I had to download my profile onto my friend's Xbox, sign in as that on the second player, and it still didn't work. Bruv, I had to then figure out, and I've done it for every single FIFA. I have to figure out the way to do it. And when I mean figure out the way to do it, on previous games, turn this control on, go back to the main menu, turn both of them on, sign in as the same profile, go into the game, try this, try that. And on this one, if anybody has any issue with being able to play with their mates and playing on different controls, you have to almost like sign in as the second profile as the first one, and then right at the last minute you have to put, no, I don't want to override this profile.
Oh my
and
days.
then it will kick in so that you can actually play with different controls. But it took me like half an hour of like fiddling around to try it. But it's ridiculous.
That's
anyway,
good hearty gameplay time. What about the actual footy? The actual footy
gameplay. The game's slower, but I think that's a positive because you can be more purposeful. They've gone a little bit OTT with like the way that people's shorts and tops move. Now they bounce around like too much. Even on the screen at the beginning where you're like choosing your kits, the guy's like kind of like doing like a little kind of jog on the spot or whatever, and his t-shirt and shorts are like going all over the place.
There's like two kids fighting under a blanket.
It's a bit too much to be honest. They were like, oh, this is sick. They pushed it a little bit too much. Gameplay itself, like I enjoyed it. It was definitely different enough to the previous one. Defending, I believe, has definitely improved. One thing that has majorly improved is your collective defending. Like previously, you weren't controlling a player, and he will be like your defensive midfielder, your defender, and my man's just standing there like, or like moves out the wrong way. Whereas this one, it was more difficult to score, and I feel like you have a bit more control in your defense. You feel a little bit more secure than probably going to concede 12, or whatever.
Is it kind of still in a place where you get the best out of the game if you learn all the controls and do the tutorials? Because I think the days of just picking up and playing are gone now.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I haven't done that.
Really?
I haven't done that since like. I probably haven't done that since the first time I picked in like 08 when I picked up FIFA.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
I have to go through and get a refresher on like how to do a pass. And all that
see,
kind of stuff.
prior to the game coming out, I will look at the new things that they've introduced. And so there are some new things which will take me like a whole year to try and... So for instance, they moved from tactical defending to advanced defending. I still play with it, but it hasn't cemented in my brain yet.
Seen.
Yeah,
But overall, where are we at with it?
No, overall thumbs up. Overall
Okay,
thumbs up.
cool.
Yeah, it's good fun.
All right, we should jam a couple of games, man. Super quick update as well, Sean. Ding ding when I step in the ring. Undisputed. I've been playing a bit more of it, you know. I've got the bug.
You got sucked in.
Slow progress is what I've had. And I'll be real with you listeners, like as well as Sean. I mean, I said it off mic before we recorded, but I'll be honest about my experience with the game. I'm not very good at boxing games, and this isn't Street Fighter. You get tired, innit? Like you can't just spam uppercuts and spam punches. So it's
very purposeful, isn't it?
Yeah, with purpose. You have to do everything with purpose.
Composure is rewarded.
Yes, taking your time is rewarded as well.
Shots.
You're picking your shots, all that stuff.
Hit and don't be hit.
Exactly. So I went back and I redid the tutorial. And I started using the joysticks instead.
Okay.
It makes so much sense now.
For
it
real.
just feels like I'll still fuck up sometimes, but I can be like jab, straight, left hook, right hook. All right, I want to do an uppercut. I can at least, even when I mess up, I know why I'd messed up. Or if I'm like trying, I know before I would just be overwhelmed and feel like I'm drowning. But now at least if I get beaten, I can be like, okay, he got you with this. You need to block more, jab more and stuff. I just feel like I love the granular stuff, and I know you kind of have to focus on the training and stuff, but maybe if they could make it a bit easier, a bit more guided with how we develop your team throughout it, that'd be great. But I get it. The more you
kind of
read
like
into that,
a bit arcade, bit more arcadey.
yeah. But maybe I could get that with exhibition fights. Maybe I could just pick a couple boxes and go for it. But yeah, like we won't bang on about it too much because I feel like I'm going to talk about it again. I feel like it's the game that might have me for a little while, man. Especially when it drops on. Exactly, when it drops on consoles, we'll take it. I mean, the guys behind Undisputed, they're gonna love us, but yeah, I'm genuinely liking it, man.
This is the thing, right? We all played the boxing games back in the day,
Yeah.
and it's been such a long time
Yeah.
since everybody. I don't understand why. There's two games, boxing games, and Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
Right.
Why so long,
Bro, this is the maddest thing. Did you clock, right? I'm going completely off tangent here, but they're releasing a Splinter Cell series
on Netflix?
Yeah, I think it's on Netflix.
Splinter Cell and there's another bit of game lore as well, like another. Sorry,
I haven't clocked.
Yeah, there's another one. There was like a double release. Shall we have?
Yeah, have a look. But this is the thing, right? I was like, it's a strange one, right? They're making a series about a game that they haven't released since like 2013, I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I mean, prior to that, I think Splinter Cell was a Tom Clancy book.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's a Splinter Cell and something else. Geeked Week, they did it. It was a Geeked Week. I can't find it, but look, we'll talk about it when we come out. Probably even watch them. Speaking of Netflix, though, and I really want to say this next bit quick. I'm sorry, Sean. This is not Netflix. This is Apple TV. I may have watched accidentally a couple of episodes of Slow Horses.
Oh, is it? You just accidentally? They came on and you were like, oh, I can't. The remote, the batteries are dead.
Yeah,
oh.
And my eyes wouldn't close. It gets better, bro. It's a good one. And do you know about some of the big hitting actors that are in it as well, like the guest actors? Do you know?
Nah, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it for me.
All right, cool. Now there's like a couple of actors when you see them, you'll be like, yes. One actor who I think, if I remember right, you would.
Am I a fan?
Iconic performance that most people know of our generation. Most people know. Amazing. I
am intrigued now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Netflix though.
Wait. How many episodes did you watch? There's 5 out at the moment, isn't it? You watched all 5, didn't you? You pussy hole. Did you watch? It was me going, yeah, I'm just gonna watch them every week, and you were like, nah, I can't do it. I'm gonna wait. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah,
I'll do the same.
I'm gonna wait from now.
Oh,
I
is
promise.
it?
Yeah.
There's only like 2. There's
two more left. I can't wait. Right, Sean. But here's what I'm gonna give you. Though. I'll give you this as a sorry. Yeah, a show on Netflix called Rebel Ridge. Yeah, it's got Aaron Pierre in it. Amazing UK actor over there.
I don't know Aaron Pierre. Look him up,
bruv. He's a good-looking dude. You know, one of them good-looking brothers.
Yeah,
good acting.
Aaron Pierre.
Definitely hench.
See this, Donny.
Yeah, I'll read out what the show is about. It is.
Oh, this dude.
Yeah. A former Marine grapples his way through a web of small-town corruption when an attempt to post bail for his cousin escalates into a violent standoff with the local police chief. That's right, boy.
All about that.
It's got Jack Reacher energy, bro.
Just
Yeah.
from the blurb that you've given me, I'm like, yes.
Yeah,
Watch
he
that.
absolutely smacks it in it. It's great. My only thing is I feel like it was quite an abrupt ending, but you know, is what it is. Left everyone wanting more. There's talks of them trying to. They might do another one as well. They're saying off the back of it.
Okay.
If they never did one again, be a great film. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. And that's kind of how I've been killing time. That's how I've been killing time this week, Sean, and that's how you've been killing time as well. I think it's time for us to get out of here. Thank you for everyone who's been firing over jokes to me and Sean to read out in our punishment episodes. We've got one of those.
There's a few of them that will sneak into the jokes after dark.
Yeah, we're gonna have to work out where we're gonna distribute these after dark jokes because
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, they've cracked us up, but we're just unable to share some of them.
they're kind of spicy. Oh man, happy 69, Sean. It's been a great episode, bruv. Great episode. And yeah, make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok as well. And most of all, share our episodes with one friend. All right? Cool.
Peace out.